What? Wait, what happened? I was making tea. What happened? What happened? Excuse me 1 second. I'm adjusting my camera. There we go. Honey and legs, I see legs. Long little legs. I just woke up. What do you mean? What happened? What happened? I have. What happened? Huh? Huh? Making leaf juice? Yes, the tea has boiled. It is now just cooling a little bit in the kettle. So I'm sipping some water until then. What do you mean? If we try to put you on the new cover of Vogue, I'm sending in my application right now. I'm doing a little sippy. Ugh. 2 crackers in bed? Quackers. Crackers. Alright, let's get the... there we go. Okay. Okay. For some reason, it thinks my mouth is crooked right now. I woke up today and my tongue is sore. I might have bit it in my sleep, unfortunately. Draw me like one of your French gobos. Maybe I will. Maybe I will draw one of those French gobos. Let me check my V-Bridger settings 1 sec. Because the mouth is slightly off. What numbers are you seeing? Come along, V-Bridger. We haven't got all day. Ah, okay. I see. It is a lighting issue. Okay, good. That's solvable. 1 sec. It's a solvable issue, so we're gonna fix it. There we go. Okay, now. Okay, did this fix it? No, it made it worse. Okay. Excuse me while this... It's a gold Kappa train? Jeez. Okay. 1 sec. I have to turn on a couple of things to make sure that this is visible. Okay. That's already a little better. Calibrate. Okay. Let's Apple, you better not have updated without me noticing. You better not have. If I was playing Date Everything and she said she'd be like one of those old LCD games, what would you be? I don't know. So honestly, I don't play those kinds of games. I haven't What? First off, I cannot pronounce that name. So sorry. Thank you very much for the 26,000 shinies. What? What? That's very kind of you. What the heck? Uh, what? Uh, thank you. How do you change your mic settings? Because you're sounding noticeably different. Yes, I changed my gain, so I am quite a bit louder. Let me change it back, actually. Okay. I put the gain back, so I should be a little quieter now. I'm not so loud, thankfully. So many things are happening at once. So many things are happening at once. Richard's not even detecting when I close my eyes now. Uh, Hate to threaten the mood with a name like that, but you may want to verify those bits first. True. True. I have no idea how to... I'll have to verify those later, but otherwise that's very kind of you. Overstimulation? Overwhelmed, perhaps. Maybe not overstimulation, overwhelmed, because there are many things to fix. Let's disconnect. Okay. The bridger is working. Mostly. Okay. Let me adjust. We adjust. Okay. Let's see if this helps. The mouth open. So if I connect here. Mouth open is not registering my mouth very well. But you're why? I didn't change any settings. I didn't change anything. I'm just whelmed. Good for you. She's staring at my soul. Very gently. Very gently. V-bridger. Let's see. Let's look at my mouth open settings. No delay. No smoothing. Let me look at the formula. Yeah. Maybe I have to... Let's look at the sensitivity on... Mouse open. I've been thinking about K-pop Demon Hunters so much. What if it's -1? What? That messes up the settings. Okay, never mind. How about 3? Does this work? Oh, okay. That's closer. We love troubleshooting in the morning. We love troubleshooting first thing in the morning. Okay. I've had to... What an interesting change. Okay. 2.1 instead of 3. Let's do 1. Nope. We actually want to do 0.5 for the input. Sorry, I'm talking to myself and doing all these numbers. VTubing is so much troubleshooting half the time. We do it live. Honey, if you had the option to be a different race, what would you be? My logical brain says, like, elf, more time for art. But, like, this is fine. This is fine. I'm struggling to hear you a bit. Okay. We up the gain. We up the gain a bit. Also, what do you mean it's level 12? All I've done is turn on stream and troubleshoot. That's all I've done. That's all I've done so far. That's fine. That's fine. We're fine. 2.1, 0.5, 0.5. We're gonna do 0.5 here. Oh, interesting. It doesn't even register my eyes closing. That's not good. That's not good. Okay. Then it might be a resetting eye facial mocap. Okay. We love tech problems first thing in the morning. Ah! Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Meaning to restart the program? Yeah, I'll probably restart the program. I'm just trying to figure out which program to restart. Doesn't look like V-Bridger. Looks like an iFacial mocap problem, which I will have to... I can open and close it again, but it might be a uninstall, reinstall. Yeah, probably didn't boot properly. So let's revert the settings. All she knows be bisexual, charge she phone, e-hot chip, and break model. I have a limited set of skills, it seems. Restart all of them? Yeah, I could restart all of them. Alrighty. Jeez, level 12. Thank y'all. It's so much. That's extremely kind of you. Very, very kind of you. What do you... Wordle, a way you would like me to pronounce your name? Thank you for continuing the Tell you what, I'm gonna restart artificial mocap. Wub, 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 wub. I'm gonna try to make a funny face. There you go. Oh, it closed. That's okay. There. Thank you for the good stuff to eat. Hot chip. Just saw me tell you. Gotcha. Okay. I will do my best to remember that. Let me restart my iFacial mocap. Let's see if just a little restart fixes it. Okay. Okay. And then we'll change these settings back. No, it doesn't. Okay. 0.7, so we'll change these settings back real fast. Reach it to the choir. Can I get time out a little higher? All right, we'll try this again. All right, we're going to disconnect that. Close this. She stared. I see you watch K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, I watched K-pop Demon Hunters the other day. It is quite good. Let the kindness run, you can't escape it, Tiny Goblin. Thank you, be French. I can't escape it because y'all are in my place. Y'all are in my home. You can see what's happening. Alright, alright. Let me just make sure it is actually closed in Task Manager, because that is important. Your Idol is one of my favorite songs. It's so good. Golden is also extremely good. You got games on your phone? Do you got games on your phone? Alright, remove that. And then reinstall really quick. iFacial mocap. Okay, give it a second. It's we're getting it back on my phone. Excuse me. Should only take a moment. In the meantime, let's relaunch VBridger, see what happens. More than power, more than gold. It's like the opposite when Link comes into a villager's house and smashes pots for rupees. W, it's okay. It's chill. It's already level 13. That's already so much. That's already so much. It's chill. It's chill. Okay. Okay. Don't allow the microphone one. Don't allow that one. Ah. Can I get them a little higher? Alright. Let's see. Alright, recalibrate. Did it recalibrate? Oh, there we go. There we go. It's not quite fully. It's better. It's definitely better. Okay, so I re-downloaded the app. It's still lacking a couple things, like a couple sensitivities, but for now, this is better. There we go. Okay. Maybe the app updated strange? I'll have to double check behind the scenes what happened. Because it's you never know. Combermuck, thank you for the continuing the gifted sub. Dang. And Plugbird, thank you for the 1,000 shiny. Ugh. What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? What an interesting start to the day. What an interesting start to the day. But one second. What's going on? What? Who? What is going on? What is going on? Your guess is as good as mine, honey. I mean, uh, hello, Dingy. How goes it? Please help. Digalo is disappointed in me. What do you mean disappointed? I think I am more of appalled than anything. Taken aback, perhaps. Huh? 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 Be French. Yesterday was a rest day. This is code for hold thine bits till next live stream. I did not sleep good last time. Also, welcome on in, Raiders. How are you doing, Corrupted Ghost? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on? W, thank you for the 100 gifted subs. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm trying to keep us goblins in fine form today. It's already level 16! I'm just a silly little guy. What do you mean? Hi, Rocky Mara. Welcome on in. I'm like a fish gasping for air right now. What the heck? Yes, but I have to breathe. Okay. Okay. I will say the kiss me, fishman. You might just become one yourself. Nay, I shall just kiss them. It's not contagious. It's not contagious. Keep calm and spin. Keep it up. It's good for art supply. Excuse me. Be French, thanks for the hydrate. I'm gonna take a sip right now. Grippers? For free? For free. We share freely here. Look at this. Look at this art. Look at this lovely, lovely art. It's good, right? It's a good one. It's good. For free? Yes, for free. Because it's just a little pinup. It's just a little pinup. It's fine. Bigger dog is good. Thank you. Damn, girl, this is a beautiful composition. Thank you. I can't take credit for the composition. I can't take credit for that one. This one is, this one's all from a pinup. It's a fun little pinup meme that I didn't get to do back when it was still happening. But, you know, it's nice. What? W, thank you for the 10 gifted sub. What do you mean? What do you mean? I was gonna say, I know she ain't got that bed. I know she ain't got a bed that nice. No, no, no. Can't. It would be nice. It would be nice. But no. No. Also, I apologize. My model's a little, the tracking's a little off today. Not sure why. The programs, I guess, just started strange, so I have to check what happened behind the scenes later. Like, I'm blinking with my eye. Both my eyes are closed, and y'all can't tell. So that's what I mean by the tracking is off. Man, I can only be so bisexual. My capacity for disaster is inexhaustible. We can all be a little bit of a disaster. We can all be a little bit of a disaster. It so suits us. I was truly a disaster back when I couldn't sleep on Thursday. Thursday evening, I could not fall asleep until 5 in the morning. And I only slept for an hour. So I was like, you know what? No. No. We're going to try going back to sleep. And so I tried. And I got like 2 extra hours of sleep. I slept a little better today. Or last night. Girl, what were you doing up that late? I don't know. My body said, we're not tired. Actually, I do kind of know. So I kind of got... Be nice to me. Be nice. I got so stressed and exhausted that I fell asleep Wednesday afternoon for like 4 hours, and that messed up my sleep schedule for sure. But it was also, my body is still recovering from strain right now, and it was so stressed out that I needed to take a day off. And honestly, I feel a little better. I'm still sore. I can still feel some muscle strain. Because I did a new workout as well before I got sick. And so I just completely stressed myself out, unfortunately. I overdid it. I overdid it. That's okay. That's all right. It happens. I see. What was the workout? So what has happened is it was nothing unusual. So that's what caught me off guard, is I just hadn't done my regular workout for about a month. I for a good solid month, I got not distracted, but like I got so busy with taking care of my nephew, with work, with basically more spring cleaning, that I think I just didn't have time to work out. And so when I did my regular workout, which was just push-ups, some hip thrusts, and some shoulder press, as well as a little bit of ab workout, my body could not take it. My body could not take it. And so it got really stressed out. So unfortunately, yeah, I hurt myself. Wasn't even hurt, it's just the muscles were so strained that I actually could not move without a lot of pain. And so that night or 2 nights afterwards, I kept waking myself in the middle of the night because I kept moving. So moving hurt so much that it woke me from my sleep, which is unfortunate. If I was working out for a month, yeah, I got so stressed out with the amount of work I had and the amount of stuff I had to do that I did not work out. And so here we are. Please tell me you dropped weights. So I did not. This is the first time I have ever not worked out for a month. And now, that's the consequences of my actions. Captain Scoliosis, thank you for the gift of sub to Bard. And Kethead, thank you for the 300 shinies. Because I'm grabbing you and shaking you. Yeah. You gotta ease back into it. I cannot stress enough, I have never taken a month off of working out. So, yeah. We live, we laugh, we love, we learn. You gotta ease back into it. I know now. I know better now. I'm cringed, I've never exercised enough. That's okay, you can always start whenever you feel like it. Even when you don't feel like it. Also, thank y'all for the level 17 hype train. What do you mean? What do you mean? So what I'm here is never work out so that you'll never face workout withdrawal. No, that's the wrong lesson. That's the opposite lesson. Actually, work out more so you don't have workout withdrawal. Jeez. You working out makes me want to work out now. Yeah. I'm finally well enough to work out, and so I'm going to start really easy by getting back into running and very gentle push-ups. So we're going to start with that. Never work out means you get not working out withdrawal. True. Worse things happen when you don't work out, honestly. Gobble armpit. Yeah, the little bit of armpit is quite nice. Look at how good I drew it. Look at that. There's a little guy there, so don't worry about it. Could do workout streams. Legitimately, one of the reasons I want to get a 3D model is so I can do workout streams. Because otherwise, you're just seeing like my 2D model jumping up and down, which is funny, but it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. I've been doing bike rides often recently. They've been very nice. Bike rides are nice. So the nice thing is I ended up doing bike rides on my month off. Or not month off. My month where I got stressed out and just constantly worked. But I hadn't done my usual, a little more intense workout. So, owie, 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 owie. I need to get on more walks and runs. I've been getting very lethargic recently. I want to shake that funk. So what I have recently, which is why I wanted to work out, is I was having trouble falling asleep. My energy level was fine, but I wasn't getting tired for sleep. So I wanted to work out more. And hear something fall? Yeah, so my gain is turned up on my mic, so you can hear my neighbors. They just move things. I gotta take a little sip. So my throat is already a little bit sore because, I don't know, allergies at this point. It's probably allergies, but yeah. That's okay. But you guys are getting tired? I gotta work out so I get tired. Because otherwise I just don't. Like my body just will not get tired. Tea party time. A little bit of tea. A little bit of tea would be good. Gotta reheat my food. Spent too long laughing maniacally at honey because hype train kept breaking. Thank y'all for the level 17 hype train. Oh my gosh. Let me look, see who those criminals are. I got a list. Don't worry. I got a list. Okay. Working out is excellent for helping regulate ADHD. Yes, that is something that also I was struggling with, was my focus. My focus was suffering because I wasn't working out, unfortunately. I've absconded from the Red Lobster with a bag of Cheddar Bay biscuits. Onward! Oh, Cheddar Bay biscuits! That sounds so good. Sleepy time tea used to work on me, but I think I have grown immune. Sometimes that happens. No because the feet absolutely ungoonable. I'm so sorry. I can't make a goon-worthy foot drawing. I don't know enough about feet. I don't look at them enough to really care. If anything, if you've seen my art, not great at drawing feet. Like, this is how I draw feet. These are just diamonds. That I just drew squares and skewed them a little bit. That's what feet look like. Flipper feet for the win. Let's go. Sucks that, like, y'all can't really see me blink. Like, I'm winking right now, but y'all cannot really see. Don't know why the sensitivity is off, but... Stream challenge, ascended difficulty. You better believe feet stay in shoes and them hands. They're always suspiciously behind something. I love drawing hands, though. Don't get me wrong. Listen, I do not know enough about drawing feet. One of my good friends had the absolute talent, or sorry, skill of drawing feet well, and they were not even into them. They're like, I have to be so careful with this power. I'm so good at drawing them, but I can't have people know I'm good at drawing them because they'll think I'm into them. And I'm like, that's not true. That's not how that works. That's like saying people will come to my art because they like the drawings of my hands. I am a freak about hands. But that's a different thing. The model has its own eyes. Yeah, the model sees even when I don't. Like, if my eyes are closed like this, the model sees. I do not. Oh, no, wait, they did close. What the heck? Come on. It's because this is my eyes. These are my eyes closed. Well, one of them. Tracking's a little off today. I know someone who's a freak about hands. Me. It's me. 'Tis I, the freak. I typed before you said you're a freak for hands, just for the record. You know me too well, Dingy. Or need a hand model, you can even hold them for extra accuracy. I know what I like. I know what I like. Also, Meta, thank you for the ear wiggles. Let me do that. Let's see if my tracking can still do that. Oh, yeah. I can still do the tongue. Can I do the tongue mouth X? A little bit. A little bit. Me giving my con road gobbo's hands and feet for feet so I don't have to draw feet. That's a different solution. No, honey, I know someone in real life who likes hands. Who doesn't like hands? They're for holding. They do such good. You can do such, like, romantic things, like go pick a flower, bake some bread. Like, you can do great things with your hands. Sillies. Silly. Also, I love indulging people's freak over little things. Yeah, Dingy. Yeah. Listen, you're gonna be a freak on the internet. Enjoy yourself. Like, be a respectful freak and be a freak in the right spaces. But enjoy yourself. Also, Myth, thank you for the hydrate, breathe, and posture check. Oh, okay. Oh. Yep. Gecko, yep, just like I do. Did you kill the cringe or embrace it? You gotta embrace it. You gotta embrace your cringe. If you don't embrace your cringe will be weaponized against you. Not by other people, but also by yourself. You gotta let yourself be cringe. It's so important. The wonders of the internet. Indeed. Alright, time to say thank you. Yeah, Goblin, thank you for the resub. Happy 24 months. Happy 2 years. Welcome back. And W, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Al Pacino, thank you for the resub. Happy anniversary to ya. And Shode, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. W, thank you for the 450 shinies. Destin, thank you for the 100 shinies. Can't pass up a golden Capatrain. Also, hope you're having a good weekend so far, Abdi. Yeah! It's going okay so far. I am more rested. Captain Scoliosis, honey, give you permission? I give you permission. My blessing to be a freak in the right spaces. You know? Grant, thank you for the 1,000 shinies. All aboard the Morning Express, destination Goblin Town. I took 1 day off to rest, and I come back to this. Cringe is a lie. They used to control you. Do not let them win. I'll have to tell y'all a story about what I've been trying to draw. McBow to Toilet, thank you for the 6 gifted subs. Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub to Estroma and Tungsten Wolf. Angelson, thank you for the 100 shinies. Good morning. And Edward Sugar Maple, thank you for the 100 shinies. Good morning. Again, I'm sorry my lip sync is not as accurate as it usually is. Something is up with my tracking, and we're gonna just roll with it. Randomer, thank you for the 1,000 shinies. Missed the last 2 weeks of stream, and seriously missed watching a cute goblin make art. Best goblin around, thank you. W, thank you for the 1,500 shinies. Drago, thank you for the 100 shinies. Murray, thank you for the resub. Happy 4 years! It's been 4 years. Sometimes I gotta remember that. Speaking of trying to draw, I'm working on eyes today. Ooh! Good luck, Myth. Good luck. Enjoy yourself. Eyes are really fun. I like them personally. So Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. Vulcan, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Edward, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub to Onyx Starman. Philip, thank you for the 100 shinies. And Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub to Combermuck. The others, I'm pretty sure I've said live on stream. Yes. Oh my gosh. Pepper Parker, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Artifice, thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 5 months. And Zankro, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Jeez. W, thank you for the 100. I think it was a total of like 150 subs. I'm not even through the list yet. McBo, thank you, thank you for the 100. Sorry, honey, but you have to read my name with a French accent. McBo de toilette. McBo de toilette. That's pretty funny, McBo. French doesn't have W's. McBo de toilette. W. That's W. W. Bear. Old. Aged. Like a fine wine. Hag. One day, if we are lucky, we will become hags. It will be cool. Angry Green Boss. Thought about being an artist as a kid, though. I don't have patience. Now I just settle for being a writer. That's an artist. That's a type of art. And honestly, that's a hard one. Writing is difficult. I struggle with it. But it's fun. That's also W in Spanish? Oh! W. W. Gotta say it with the French accent. Jasper, I submitted nearly a dozen jokes to a dad joke competition to see if any of them could make it, but no pun intended. That joke made me feel... No pun intended! Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a good one. Artifice, thank you for this. Randomer, thank you for the 500 shinies. Rocket Billy, Red Cadillac, happy 3 months. And Mariak, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And McBoda Twilight, thank you for the 100 shinies earlier. It's hot where y'all are at. I hope that you get to cool down soon. Mighty Sands, thank you for the gifted sub. It's very kind of you. Mariak, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I think that I have caught... I've read them all, except for Cybers. Thank you for the resub. Happy 40 months. 40 months at the tavern. You haven't changed rent yet. Charged rent yet. Thanks for the free wholesomeness and ale. No worries. Take it easy. Anything to make Honey laugh, even if I die in the process. That will not be funny. That one won't be funny. No, 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 no. Last man alive. Thank you for the resub with Prime. Thank you very much. Man, I'm very frustrated with my tracking right now. Unfortunate. Maybe I'll relaunch everything. And Strawman, I think it is. Thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 3 months. Creamy Denim, thank you for the resub. Happy 3 months. And I4, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Hugh, thank you for the breather deep. I need that. Could be a PNG for the day. Oh, true. That is true. Double U, really? Double U, W, Uva double. No, I don't think that's right, is it? Miss Mogar to stream. Sorry, Plug Bear. I'm trying to keep up with all my activity feed. Also, Beef Reg, thank you for the hydrate. Whew. Little stretch. Cool and valid. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sir Artorius, thanks for the earwiggle. And Red Button, thanks for the posture check. Oh, good. Stopping by the Red Lobster for a light lunch between running around getting stuff. So time for Mohawk word of the stream. Thank you, Meta. Today's word is Takwarera. Takwarera. Raira? Which means clam. I'm getting clam straight. Oh, clam. That sounds delicious. That sounds so good. Yummy, yummy, yumma. And also thank you again for the earwiggles, Sir Artorius. Let me see. Let me focus. Every time I close my eyes, it gets like a dead stare forward. It's very, very funny to me now. Alrighty. I have caught up. We have caught up now. Good. Good. Focused, intense earwares. Very focused. Very, very focused. I'm so focused. I'm so excited for art. Let me see. If I... Settings... Optimize for long time streaming. Okay, there we go. There we are. That should help a little bit. It's a shame that it broke. That's okay, though. There we go. Book. Are the blinks automated? So the blinks happen sometimes. The tracking is a little bit strange. It might just be a case of weird tech day, which does happen, unfortunately. But, tracking's just inconsistent right now. So I do apologize. I know y'all are very kind and patient with me. It's more of like, I am upset that my tracking is not working. I worked so hard on it. But oh well. It's all good, honey. Thank you. Also, let me quickly set up this. I also did not post that I was live. Hardly noticeable? Okay, good. Well, I hope it's hardly noticeable. I think since there was no stream yesterday, you should play Dark Souls with one hand, do art with the other. Multitask. Multitask. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh. Ooh. Don't sing that song, because it's gonna get copyrighted. Art morning. There you go. I'm just really quickly going to make a little bit of a post real quick. Let me scooch forward. Gotta pray to the Omnisci to clean out the bugs. Are there bugs in my computer? Who put them there? Who put them there? Why would you do this? My tracking's borked. It's all because of the bugs in my computer. I don't want bugs in my computer. Who put them there? Who put them there? Who said they could live there? Pin up art stream. Good enough. The bug man. Whisperer of bugs. Jasper, I put those bugs in there. Did it for a bit. You did it. Okay, you know what? I can't even get upset at you. You did it for a bit. I can't get upset at you for that. Shame. 'Tis a shame. Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub to Zooch. Alrighty, now, before we get into it, let me select the playlist for today. The playlist. And demons put them in there. They wish to foil my plans to have a good, fun, silly time. 'Tis a shame. Alright, a little stretch. I can feel it in my back. Oh. Let me just make sure this is working. Okay, no it's not. Good. Glad I checked. Perhaps I will listen. It was the lemon demon? No. Nay. What an interesting name. Okay, let me try this. Let me know if y'all can hear this. If you can't, that's okay. We live, we laugh, we love. Y'all should be hearing it. I hear it good. It's just chill music for the start, because I am waking up. I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow when I swim my rust. Nice and low? Good. Good stuff. Oh, one last thing. So y'all can see what I'm drawing. Bam, bam. Wow, wow, wow. let's do a quick little warm-up drawing. Because my arm does need to warm up a little bit. Good, fun, silly times are prohibited. Nay, they are encouraged. Captain Arpa, thank you for the resub. Happy 22 months. Welcome back. One thing I will do. Just in case someone asks why it looks strange. There we go. Model tracking. Whoa. The hands. The hands are here. Oh, there's an ad break starting. Alright, tell you what. We'll have a quick little ad break. Lasts about 3 minutes. I'm going to do my arm warm-ups just to make sure that I don't hurt myself, and I'll grab my tea. How's that sound? Today you mentioned K-pop Demon Hunters earlier, and I actually watched a couple days ago. My favorite character is the tiger. A lot of people like the tiger, and I can see why. I can absolutely see why. Bum, bum. Jasper, I made my chicken too salty. My condolences. I'm so sorry, bud. That's rough. I don't know how you can recover from that. How do you get straight lines? Who knows? Not me. No way I know. Afternoon, Survivor. Welcome. Alrighty. Let's do a grid and circles in the grid. And then we'll do a little pinup. Of a quick honey glaze, drizzle over the chicken. That should offset the saltiness. Sweetness does kind of offset the saltiness a little bit, so that can help. Honey glaze is definitely one of those, but yeah. Excuse me. Turn off the gravitation constant of the universe, it'll be fine. Yeah, or just turn off your taste buds. That could do it too. Yes, the elusive straight line. None of these lines are straight. None of these lines are straight, and that's alright. But come on! Oof, feeling it in my wrist. That's good. I used to love doing this as a kid. Just like the wiggly, wavy lines. One of my favorite things to draw was mandalas, I think they're called. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. Glaze Honey? Okay, so Honey's super cute and lovely and a wonderful artist and a kind soul and generally just great to be around. We're all better off with Honey in our lives. Thank you, Jasper. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. But, but. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? All right. What, for those that are on the ads, they're gonna come back to this, and I'm gonna be grabbing tea. One sec. Let me get my tea because it's just sitting on the counter right now. A happy little waffle. We love this little waffle. Oh, waffles would be so good right about now, but they, I shan't. Tea. Oh, my tea. My sweet, delicious tea. How I look forward to you. I gotta rinse this real quick. My cup. My cup. I need a rinse. Okay, that's it. I'm making Ceylon tea. Ceylon? Is that how you pronounce it? Ceylon? Ceylon? Elian? I think that's a character from Wish. Did anyone else read that? I remember reading that when I was a kid. I learned so many art tricks from it. That's a good comic. Why am I thinking of Mambo number 5? Honey, you gotta get tested for ADHD. At this point, it's not even like that much of a test. It's just like confirming that you have ADHD. I swear. A little bit of names in the orders either. In case y'all are wondering what goes through my head, it's that. It's just random stuff. Unfortunately, it's not even all productive stuff. I could have had the ADHD where I think of numbers constantly and go like, ooh, beautiful minding it, but no. I got the one where they think of anime characters constantly and go like, what if this universe collided with this one? Or what if this character did this? I got the character AU brain. Also, welcome back from the ads. I'm sure y'all are back now. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Stop it. Quit. Normally this is fine. Normally this is totally fine because I'm alone and no one can hear me. But no. I'm on stream now. Thinking of Mambo number 5. What did I do? Why is it like this? Not even stopping. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. This is just my life now. More honey in the tea. Good. Good. It's there. Most professional. Yes, I know. Listen, I know y'all are aware that of my inner thoughts and my inner workings. They are the most strong when I am making breakfast. I go, what if the writer of Jujutsu Kaisen cared a little bit more about Maki? Would it be better? Arguably, yes. Yes, actually. If Maki was way more in the focus and didn't just disappear. That would have been great. I thought that's how you talk to yourself normally. I do talk to myself like that. A lot of the times, interestingly, I talk to myself in a much less goofy topics, but in a more goofy way, if that makes sense. You know? Food making breaks brain go brr. It makes brain go bzzz. Never got the appeal of leaf juice. That's okay. I like bitter juice. So, or bitter tea juice. So it's delicious. I only saw the first season, but I thought the story about Maki and Mai would have been more interesting. Maki is legitimately one of the most interesting characters that was in the series. I think if the story had been more about Maki and like what Maki was up to, that would have been way better. But like the writer for Jujutsu Kaisen admitted that he was burnt out and didn't really know what to do, so sucks. Mocha, I usually talk to myself when doing random chores and stuff around the house. Yeah. Yeah. You have black currant tea? Oh, that sounds delicious. Peanut. This one was good. We're about done this one. Just a couple of little plushies. But let's see, because there are other pinups that we can do. So let's do that for warm-up. Or just for fun. Retribution, thank you for the breathe redeem. What plushes were you thinking of? All of Abe Sapien? Probably Abe Sapien ones. Yeah. And Jarvis, thank you for the drink. And McBeau de Toilette, thank you for the hydrate. Or posture check, my bad. See, now that I have chill, fantasy, hurdy-gurdy-esque music playing, my brain is not thinking about Mama number 5. It's lovely. It's great. Phone case, my new phone came yesterday. Ooh, let's go. It's beautiful dark forest green with gold accents. Dang. That sounds lovely. Little posture check. Zendel, thank you for the resub. Happy 29 months. What does a triceratops sit on when he's tired? His tricerabottom. Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do you have a little Monica in your life? A little Stacy on the side? How okay, one sec. Sorry. Little bit of ADHD moment. Mambo number 5 girls. Okay. Name analysis. Okay, let's see. There's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Sandra, Mary, Jessica. That's 10. What? Why is it called Mambo number 5 when there are 10 women? Huh. Why were those names chosen? I guess probably just rhyming. That's a lot more than 5. I think that's 10. No such woman exists in my life. That's okay. That's alright. Truly a mystery of the ages. Like, that's where my brain goes. My brain has a lot of, like, funny little, like, ooh, why is it like this sort of ideas. This one's pretty good. Let me look up pinups real quick. Because this one's a pretty good pinup pose, honestly. Might just do this bad boy in like a little beach outfit. The beach one is extremely cute. Like, what makes a pinup pose? That's a great question. There are so many different pinup poses, I don't actually know what makes a pinup pose? I think it's just something with a very strong line of action and curves. A lot of it is like body suits or like lingerie kind of poses, I guess. Hmm. There's a lot of really good ones. But yeah, we'll stick with this one for now, for warm up. We talked about the story that Stephen King played mom on number 5 so much his wife threatened to divorce him. What? What? You need 2 people to dance the mambo. Do you? Sometimes I want a woman in my life, but then I remember the freedoms and how good. Fair. I appreciate that. So this may sound like a little bit of a strange thing. I appreciate when people realize that relationships are not for them for whatever reason. Whether they think, "Oh, it's too much work," or "Oh, I want to focus on my pursuits, my passions," you know? Or they figure out their ace, or they just want to work on themselves. I think it is very interesting when people realize that we can have different kinds of relationships with people, and they don't always have to be romantic in nature. They can be like community in nature, you know? There's a bunch of different struggles with that, I understand, especially since so much of our lives since childhood, we are conditioned to want romantic and sexual love, you know? Where we're so conditioned to need a relationship that it doesn't even occur to us that you can have a life without that relationship if you so desire. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. A life of friends, I would argue, is more important, equally or more important, as a life with just a single partner. You know? Don't go into relationships for it to fix you. Yeah, no. Don't go into a relationship for the sole reason of having someone else complete you. I think something that said it best, really, was your partner shouldn't be your missing half. Your partner is your complement. I think that's from like Garnet. I think that's a very nice way of putting it, you know? Let's see. Awesome. Hello, it all depends on people's value. We're all different in the end. Yeah, exactly. What some people want is not what others want. I used to have a coworker who very specifically, and I found this strange, but listen, it's not my life. I found it strange. She was like, "I want to be a young, hot mom," and I was like, extremely interesting choice. I feel like that's a extremely interesting thing to want, and that feels like a very strange pressure to me to on your partner. But if your partner is into it, then yeah, I guess that makes sense. That's fine. But she seemed to know what she wanted. Just I don't need a romantic relationship. I need a life coach. You can get homies, and they can help you with your life. MILF maxing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Should I googled what makes pinup pose, and it gave me this: a confident stance, strategic angles, and a touch of flirtation, often enhanced by hair, makeup, clothing choices that evoke a classic pinup style. Oh. Valkyrex. I'd like to try for a relationship sometimes, but I have a lot of work to do on myself before I feel comfortable letting someone close in that way. And I don't want to be that guy that just dumps everything on their partner. So interesting, Valkyrex. That is a very that's a very self-aware sort of perspective on yourself, you know? I think that is an absolutely fair reason to not want to get into a relationship. However, something to also consider is that if we keep waiting and working on ourselves without building other relationships, we're kind of going to be waiting forever. Whether or not you consider yourself ready or perfect for, you know, a relationship now, doesn't mean you aren't worthy of love. You don't have to be your absolute best before you get into a relationship. Sometimes you need a partner to help you with the things that you might struggle with a partner. It is not always like going into a relationship with baggage, you know, and having your partner deal with your baggage. Everyone goes into every relationship with baggage. That's kind of inevitable. It's communicating with your partner that is really important, as well as being self-aware and doing your best to make sure that your baggage is not hurting your partner, you know? I need to work on myself more. I need to get worse. Sometimes you can't figure out if something needs fixing until you put stress on it. Yep, that too. Absolutely. All right, let's do a correction pass for the anatomy. Relationships require responsibility. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. It is responsibility for your actions and yourself. Let's see. It's a strangely straight on. Let's change the angle a bit here. This tilt, she's holding her neck. Okay. You ever realize you're dating someone you wouldn't be doing anything different? Like you're already doing things that couples do. If you realize you were dating someone? Make sure your baggage is complementary. I think whether or not your baggage is complementary, it's not always the point, you know? It's okay if your baggage isn't complementary, but your healthy habits and healing methods and communication methods must be complementary. Responsibility is required for a lot of things in life that I feel people are lacking. I feel like to a certain extent that is true. Sometimes it feels like people are lacking so much in every generation. But that doesn't make them any less worthy of love, you know? Beach ball should have a snack's face on it, like a snack ball. Could be fun. Could be fun to put a little guy on it. Okay, let's see. Wait, shoulders. Shoulder. I love the flip button. It's probably one of my absolute favorites. So the tricky thing for me is I gotta learn to make human reference into goblin reference. And a lot of that comes to style. Let's see, we got the rib cage. The butt. I think the torso is still too long. This looks a bit better. The elbow here, a little bit lower. Rib cage could probably be higher, actually. Because we're exaggerating proportions right now. Start stack anatomy. At least if your baggage is complementary, you could say you have matching luggage. So you're telling me if I'm a person that stress makes tuna, I should find someone who loves to eat tuna? Well, that can be one way of doing it. Or if you stress make tuna and it makes you happy, find someone that enjoys that, you know? Or is glad that you found something that makes you feel better, that is healthy, you know? This one actually goes out further. Okay. Tilt this a bit more like this. Yeah, she feels kind of tilted this way. That I want to straighten it a little bit. I get that. If I were in a relationship, I would go, now what? Well, I think the fun thing about a relationship is that it's mostly like a friendship, but a little bit more romantic, isn't it? Isn't it a bit more like, well, you basically found a friend that you enjoy doing intimate things with. You still share your interests, play video games together, go out for walks, eat food together, and you really enjoy seeing them happy, right? That's something that I always had trouble with is like defining the distinction between what is romantic versus platonic. Because on paper it kind of sounds like you do things with your friends that you do with your loved ones, you know, your partners. I gotta stir up my tea. One sec. Like what makes it different? Besides so I don't mean sexual. This is the trick. I don't mean sexual love. That you usually do with just your partners. And that for some people makes it a partner relationship. But outside of that, what makes a relationship romantic versus platonic? You know? Do you think you'll sing karaoke of pop K-pop demons? Sorry, I was dunking my tea. I think it'd be fun to sing it. My voice is not there today, but it could be fun. Also, Jasper, thank you for the gift of sub to Mocha Cheetah. And thank you for the 100 shinies. It's because of Lou Bega's 5th Mambo, Women Art Mambos. Oh, okay. Lou Bega hosted Kids to Warner Brothers, and it did a different version of Mambo number 5. That's a time capsule. Oh. And Jims, thank you for the reset. Happy 43 months. How's it going with you? If I recall, I could be mistaken, Jims, but you've been doing pixel art, right? I could be totally mistaken though. But I've been thinking about pixel art lately. It's very pretty. What's the difference between platonic and romantic, whether it's based on Plato or Rome? Alright then. Let me pour my freaking tea. There we go. Little sippy. Not I? My mistake then. Wouldn't mind trying it though. Could be fun. Like I've thought about trying it before. But every time I get close to trying, I'm like, it's so pretty. I don't understand how you do the pixels. It could be nice, but it seems difficult too. I want to move the head up a little bit. I love pixel art. Pixel art is great. $20 giant drinking horn with a twisted leather strap. Let's go. Ooh. Drinking horn with a twisted leather strap. I forgot what those are called, but the drinking horns look so cool. I find what most people forget is that romance about a romantic relationship is more about what is between one's legs. More than what's between one's legs, it's about feelings and love. Hmm. I think that's something that I struggle with. Like, what makes. Hear me out. What makes my feelings towards Abe more romantic than platonic? You know, I try to dissect that, and it is extremely difficult. A lot of it boils down to, like, I just think he's neat. But, like, I just think my friends are neat. I asked my partner to be in a queer platonic relationship so we didn't have to figure out the romance thing before being each other's and could choose to be romantic or sexual if it did happen. Oh, interesting. Okay. Insert Marge Simpson's meme. I just think he's neat. I just think. Oh! A Wandering Knight, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you very, very much. Scared me. But also, Johnny, good morning. We're drawing pin-ups. I think the ribcage is still a little too big. How do I make it more cartoony? I think I have to make the rib cage a little smaller. Got the shoulder muscle, bicep. Why did an art kit come with paper? For pencils? So sandpaper might be for the pencils. Not entirely sure though. I've never really used sandpaper in art. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. Some maybe useful advice for simplified pixel art. Put a grid over a normal finished piece and slap colors onto the grid to match whatever the majority color underneath it is. Maybe that'll help you start understand how to make pixel art make sense in your brain. Maybe, yeah. That could be it. I think, yeah, learning how to simplify color when I already struggle with color might be part of the tricky aspect of it. Just sanding in general, never know when you might need sandpaper. I mean, I guess. Maybe. Heavens know I've needed sandpaper in a pinch multiple times. Really? It's got to be down a little bit more. This picture's covering the toes. Perfect. We cover the toes in this. So I'm not an expert, but I feel like the main difference between something like platonic, photo buddies, and romantic is like endearment and bashfulness, maybe? Things like pet names and overly cute gestures. The difference between, oh, I care about this person and, oh, I care about this person. Okay. Okay. Sandpaper is used to shape the and sharpening the tip of the instrument you're using. Oh, okay. Gotta skip the grippers at all costs, huh? Listen, it's in the reference. It's in the reference. But yeah, you can see like I've pushed the spine a little bit more. I've brought the head up a little bit more. Just different small changes to make the composition feel a little stronger for the art. But this is still good. Hell Knight, honey, do you have any advice for someone who's been to a bunch of events and gatherings but has never met someone who they clicked with and is getting word they are looking for someone too specific? Interesting. So Nelm Knight, that brings up a good question is like, are you looking to meet someone who you click with as a friend or as a potential partner? Because if you're looking as a potential partner for a potential partner, that's a little tricky. It's tough. In terms of meeting other people to be friends with, that is also difficult. That is really, really hard. So, hello, lords. Welcome in. It is really tough to meet people in general. I found that as an adult, it is really, really tricky to get to know people outside of school. School was great because it forced collaboration. But as an adult, it's different. People have different time for things. People have a shared interest when you're at work, but usually that shared interest is making enough money to survive. You know? They don't share their hobbies or what they like doing in their spare time. Let's do a little swimsuit. I like the swimsuit. It's a cute style. I just got less time for that overall. Yeah. Proximity is one thing, and it's really tough because proximity friends, friends can start out as proximity friends, but you don't want them to stay proximity friends. You don't want to just be friends with someone because they're close, you know? You want someone who really clicks with your interests. And it can be really, really tricky. It can feel like a lot of the times in online spaces, it is easier to connect because there are forums where you probably share interests with people. But what it might boil down to is I don't know what your style of communication is. There is a fun little trick to making someone like talking to you, where it's you ask them a couple questions about themselves. But if they don't ask questions back, then they might not be as interested, you know? You don't want to be the only one who's interested in another person. It is hard to form connections sometimes. Because sometimes people have enough energy to be polite, but not really make anything deeper than that. This has to go behind the neck. In all honesty, I don't have much answer. Aside from when going out to social gatherings, go to gatherings where it is something you're interested in. For example, like if you're interested in card games, there's a bunch of card shops that you can go to and go to events there. The library has a lot of events. And granted, other people have to be at those events, but it's a good place to start. I will also say when it comes to making friends, or connections, don't be, this one might just be for me, don't be too afraid of talking to, like, people who don't seem like they're in your demographic. Like, sometimes talking to an older person. My brain is always like, my brain I think is still stuck in like child mode, where if I see someone over my parents' age, my brain goes like, oh, I'm too childish to ask you this question, or I'm too childish to start a conversation here. But it's like, no, if you're at a space where you share an interests, that's what people are there for, you know? You kind of got to break out of your shell there. Hmm. Very classic Elizabeth Taylor pinup. Is this Elizabeth Taylor? First off, I don't know who Elizabeth Taylor is, except maybe an actress? Get a hobby, find a place where the hobby takes place. There might be someone there you gel with. Yeah. Or if you're not sure, take a class. Do that hobby you always wanted to do in a classroom setting. And you'll find that there are probably people there with similar level of interest. It does say her name on the top right, doesn't it? Oh, it does. You're right. That's Elizabeth Taylor. In terms of forming connections, listening is very important. Listening and actively reacting. Yep. It is very tough. Ebrower, thank you for the breather, Dean. And Jakku, thanks for the posture check. Sometimes it is also really tough. Because if someone isn't talking about something that you enjoy, for me, it can be really, really tricky to remain engaged. Like, someone might be talking about their work and the paperwork they're going through and the office drama, and I may not be really interested in the office drama, but I have to remain patient and go like, well, this is less for me to get information and more for them to express themselves. So you gotta give them the space to do that when talking to people. Not every conversation is going to be an absolute banger where you're going to enjoy yourself, you know? Sometimes it's just them venting about their day. You don't know on a relationship that is just them venting about their day. But it's important to understand that. All right, definitely gave too wide of anatomy here. So let's adjust that. There we go. Elizabeth Taylor was a fairly famous actor. Her performances were all right, in my opinion. It was her life outside of acting that I think is more interesting. Oh, okay. I don't know anything about this actress, so. Death Rain Gaming, thank you for the earwiggles. And Sable, thanks for the hydrate. My throat's pretty dry right now. Allergies. Whoa. Time for movie night. The honey household. Get the pajamas popcorn. Hey, Zindel. A little sippy. The sippy. The sipper. This is not bad. I think maybe Pushing this back might be the right call. Something like that. She was one of the first celebrity activists for HIV and AIDS research and awareness. She was divorced and remarried 8 times. She converted to Judaism at one point in her life. What an interesting woman. That is extremely interesting. Oh my gosh, yeah. I can see what you mean. Doesn't tea dehydrate you? Depends on the caffeine amount. Green teas, not really. Black teas, yes. So this is decaf black tea. Because caffeine gives me headaches. Maybe I'll do it back here. This is so interesting. Think this is pretty alright, yeah? Jasper could never marry that many times. Sounds like an awful experience. If my first marriage failed, I just never married again at that point in my life. Makes sense, honestly. How about a save your progress? Thanks, Johnny. Make it nice and big. Love Blue Turtles music. Love that I came in with Honey giving her personal monologue making breakfast, and then sometimes her mouth doesn't move. It seems like she's telepathic. Model tracking broken, unfortunately, and it makes me sad. Don't trust people that marry and divorce several times in their life. That's fair. Excuse me. I feel like people that marry and divorce have very interesting stories. They may not be the greatest judges of character, but that's not always the case sometimes. I just think they're interesting. Wish my wrist wasn't acting up. This is making me want to get back into anatomy practice so bad. I saw a streamer draw like a perfect pinup outline with 15 pen strokes, and I'm like, I too want to wield this immense power. Some people just build different. Hey, Bro, did you ever read any Disney comic books before? There was an inspiration for that in DuckTales cartoons, if I recall. Oh, I haven't read the comics, but I watched a little bit of the cartoon. That eye doesn't quite look like mine. Eyes are difficult. App is wonky or something up with your phone. Could be anything. Also, Lettuce Boy, thank you for the resub. Happy 16 months. Welcome on back. I think people who divorce multiple times probably fall in love quickly, feel intensely, but realize it isn't right and willing to get rid of it. Yeah. Or get out of it. I think one of the most wonderful things in the world one of the most wonderful things in the world is divorce. Because think about it. Instead of being stuck in a marriage that you may have made when you were a different person, you can change and grow. And if your partner doesn't fit and you guys aren't making yourself happy, you're free to leave, you know? I think that's important to have. Because online, sometimes there's a sentiment of like, oh, it's forever, you know? You gotta get married and then you're with this person forever. And it's like, no, that's how a lot of housewives killed their husbands in the past. Murder rates go down when people are allowed to divorce. Doesn't have to be till death do us part. Exactly. This face isn't facing. Unless you're King Henry VIII. Interesting way to begin that statement, but I suppose I agree to some degree, as long as it's amicably and mutual. Divorce? I think even in unamicable, divorce is important. It does not need to be mutual divorce. Because here's the thing. If one person is unhappy, that's enough reason for someone to leave a relationship. You don't both have to agree to needing to leave a relationship. Because if that were the case, no one would be able to leave their abusers. If anything, I feel like marriage or divorce should be easier, especially if one party just wants to leave. Ugh. Marriage is a commitment. If you want to get married, you better be prepared. The work is needed for it, also with the right person. Absolutely. Absolutely. Any relationship is a commitment, honestly. I don't think it's exclusive to marriage. I think any relationship you are in requires a level of commitment. Like, there's a commitment with your friends of like, hey, I will love and respect you and enjoy our time together and treat you nicely. Outside of romantic relationships, there are still responsibilities, you know? It is not just romantic relationships that have the same weight, you know? No, if I would ever get divorced, I would have to reevaluate myself and see if I did anything wrong. Then try again. Then after that, maybe it's not for me. Yeah, that's fair. I I think my sibling having had a kid before marriage gave me a lot of perspective. I never asked the question of them. I'm like, oh, you guys gonna get married? Because, like, why? They've already got a child together, you know? That's already one of the most serious. That is the one relationship where I am like, you both must be extremely responsible because someone else is going to suffer if your relationship is not healthy and you do not support each other. And if you cannot do that, then you must leave and support in a different way. I don't think it is bad for people to change their minds, but they must be responsible, you know? I would expect the parents' divorce was nuclear. I'm not doing that. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. I'm very comfortable knowing that children are not for me. Yeah, that's absolutely good. I think more people should have the thought that perhaps children aren't for me, you know? For a long while, I saw it as an inevitability, you know, because it never occurred to me that you didn't need to have a child. And I'm glad that I had those thoughts where I'm like, do I need a child? Do I want one? The honest answer is I don't think I would be a good parent. I think I would be a kind parent. But I enjoy art and the pursuit of art and my friendships too much to give that up, you know? My nephew is plenty for me. I don't think I want more than that. Happy one. Thank you for the resub. Happy 29 months. I feel like marriage should be less common because it's so expensive, also forced onto us on a social level, societal level. It is, absolutely. I don't see a reason to marry if the premise of marriage is supposed to be about being together forever, but people just change so much and have different ideologies of what communities or commitments should be prioritized more. Maybe marriage shouldn't be normalized after all. I think in theory, marriage is a nice sentiment, but a lot of the times if you're already in a committed relationship, really nothing changes except legalities. If anything, marriage just makes things harder if you want to leave. But perhaps I'm just cynical about it. Little stretch. I knew a couple people who bought a house together before getting married. At that point, the marriage seems secondary. That's what I mean, is like, because one of my friends has also done that, where they got a mortgage and down payment for a house before getting married. And I was like, my friend, she wanted a marriage, which makes sense. If someone wants to get married and wants the ceremony, then sure, I could see that. But the tax benefits, what tax benefits? As an uncle, I don't want to have kids of my own, so thank you, niece. I love her, but she's too much times. I love my sweet nephew. He is adorable. So well behaved. And honestly, my nephew is the kid that movies want you to think kids are like. Well behaved, very good at communicating, very respectful, very nice. He can be loud when he wants to, but quiet when he understands he needs to. All you gotta do is respect him and make sure and listen to him when he expresses his wants. He is the baby that they show people in having in movies to make them go, look, having a kid isn't hard. And it's like, no. My nephew is well behaved because we teach him good manners and listen to him when he's expressing something. When he wants something, we either allow him to have it or explain clearly and calmly why he cannot, why he can't play on the counter, why he can't open and close the windows because he might hurt his fingers, you know? Like a lot of stuff like that. But that is a kid that can listen and communicate. Not all kids are like that. Don't think I have the patience to raise this kid? Fair. I've seen friends break up when one wants to get married and the other's not interested in the constraints of it. I think that's good. I think breaking up because you don't want to get married is probably one of the best things to do. And here's the thing. Something that I think should be more accepted is people are allowed to change their minds. People are allowed to go like, yeah, I'm okay with it. And then last minute even go, actually, no, I changed my mind. You don't have to make one decision and stick with it forever. You're a person. You are allowed to realize the depth of your decision and change your mind. The one exception really is like when it comes to kids. That one is like, you have this kid, you have to make sure this kid has the best life possible, whether you are in it or not. Nothing to remember. Every kid needs a parent, but not everyone deserves a kid. Yes, absolutely. Every kid deserves a family that loves and supports them and takes care of all their needs. A lot of people don't get that. Johnny, I really do want a kid. Maybe not now, but in due time, honestly. I relish the idea of creating a new little nerd teaching him my ways or even see what they become on their own. Yeah, I think that's wonderful. Like, I am not opposed to people having kids and families. I love my sweet nephew. I would not take him back or give him back for the world, you know? I just know the kids aren't for me. Wait, there's no belly button. It's a swimsuit. Is this normal stream subject? I like how I like how life aware this stream is. We do talk about a lot of philosophy and chill stuff. I sometimes I think that I do not have the quick wit of a fast-paced streamer. I'm more of a slow burn, calm conversationalist with the occasional outbursts. So yeah, this is pretty normal. Don't like spreading on my genes because all my mental and physical health being as bad as it is. That's another reason that is okay. Like it varies from person to person, but if you feel you do not want your next generation to potentially suffer the things that you are suffering, that is also a very valid reason to not want to have kids. Really, anyone's reason for not having kids can just be I don't want to, and that's enough. Because you have to actively want to be a parent even when you don't. That's how much you have to want to have a kid and want to be a good parent. There are no days off when you are a parent. Not really. I have seen what life is like for my sibling with her son and love him so much. She does so much for him. She needs time to herself to be a person. That is something that a lot of people I don't think realize with mothers a lot of the times. They need time to be people, not just moms. Also, we got a little ad break starting up. Perfect. I'm gonna get up and stretch. Oh. We're gonna have 3 minutes of ads. I'm gonna get up and stretch. We're gonna take it nice and easy, and I will be back to this. Not really much is changing here. We're just taking a little break. Let me just... There we go. But yeah, I will see y'all in about 3 minutes. All right? Y'all get up and stretch, get a snack, chill, take it easy, and we'll see you in a moment. A little bit of sippy. Woof, my tongue does hurt for some reason. I gotta get up and stretch. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab some crackers. Oh, 1 sec. Look. BRB, grabbing some saltines. Saltines, 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 saltines. Let's go. Delicious. I'm also gonna open a window because it's kind of getting hot in here. It's always a song. It's always a song. Tongue hurts from trying to read my essay earlier. The tongue twister. There was so much information there, Jasper. It stunned my tongue. We are back at the computer. Ponderbolt, thank you for the resub with Prime. Thank you very much. Oh. Need some peanut butter with those saltines. Ooh, you know what? You're so right. You're so right. I'm gonna grab some peanut butter. Peanut butter. Butter. Yummy, yummy, yumma. Let's get started. Shut. Shush. Shut up. My brain. She loved to scream. As so cringe. Yeah, that's rough. So sorry. I have no control over them, unfortunately. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Woohoo! We're almost almost back from the ads. Let me get the next little bit of music. We'll listen to a little bit more chill music. Yeah, let's do this one. This is only 10 minutes, but it's good. Finally dug all my art stuff out, my moving boxes. Let's go! My saltines! Sorry, you're getting the bad ASMR right now. The bad plastic opening ASMR. Saltines, 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 saltines. Also, welcome back for the ad. Saltines, saltines, saltines. Yeah, baby, saltines. Don't get cracker crumbs on your computer, honey. Don't get cracker crumbs on your computer. Okay. Hope we're all doing well today. Hope you're doing alright, Hollow. Joke's on you, I like that. You like the crinkly noise? Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoy it. I put the peanut butter on the cracker. Why does... My brain loves to turn anything into a song. It turns anything I do into a song sometimes. We're just at that point right now. A little bit of cracker crunch. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. Currently painting a model and drawing from the Mocap brush cleaning water. I'm so sorry, Zancro. I'm so sorry. No crunch noise? How about there? Yeah, to vanish the gobbler's back. Welcome back, Orc Trap. Perhaps another peanut butter saltine. Living deliciously. No? Dang. Mike's not picking it up. Good small crunch? Oh, it is? Okay. Are y'all begging me not to put it in there? Not to put the crunch in? But what if I did another? What if I did one more? Or three more? Very much as I'm trying to ignore it. I'm so sorry. That's the fun thing about ASMR, I guess. Is some noises are really good, and some noises are awful for other people. I don't know what's what. Like, I like the sounds, so long as they're not usually wet. Now good, everyone has their likes and dislikes. This is true. We do. Want a lunch, BRB? Yeah, get some good lunch. Milk and Rice Krispies. That's a lovely sound. I like that one. Which I love ASMR, but can't do wet sounds. Wet sounds are awful sometimes. It is hard to like wet sounds. I like pickle crunch. And like soft voice ASMR. Not necessarily whisper ASMR. I just like soft voices. Feels good and gentle. I like pen on paper noises, but usually I like making those noises more than listening to it. I'm so glad my gain is turned down because all y'all would hear is click, 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 click. Because me pressing Control Z. The only two sounds I hate are high-pitched screeching noises, drills, nails from chalkboard, etc., and styrofoam rubbing against each other. Oh. A lot of people don't like styrofoam. Yeah. Gotta see your own voice gone. Kind of. I wonder if my voice sounds like this because I liked people speaking with soft voices, or whether I learned to speak with a soft voice because people liked it more. It's definitely something that I have where was I shaped by my environment or was I shaped by what I was exposed to, you know? I found that when I have a softer, calmer voice, people tend to like that kind of voice and be calmed by it. But I also like those kind of voices, so a bit of both usually. I imagine those aforementioned high screechy noises made myself cringe. Just a little pain. You like clicking of the keyboards? The nice thing is most of us have keyboards, so you can make your own clicky noises. What's the difference between exposure and environment? You know, that's a great question. I guess the social aspect of it? But that could also be, interesting. Good question. The breasts, get the breasts rising up slightly because the raised hand is supreme. Honey Natty was turning red. Thank you. But yeah, the raised arm makes the breast go a little higher because the skin of the breast is connected to the armpit, which is connected to the shoulder, which moves. Everything is connected on the body. Everything, especially the skin and the fat and the muscles, are affected by each other. It's very, very cool. Person who sits behind me in class chews with his mouth open. It makes me cringe every time. Maybe you could, if you wanted to, you could be really discreet and go like, hey, could you chew with your mouth closed? Your mouth is open when you chew. My thing is I like certain sounds when I can control them, but I hate those same sounds when I can't control them. Oh, you like clicking pens, but I can't stand clicking sounds when I can't make them stop whenever I want to. Yeah, true. Sometimes it's an element of like control, which is not bad. It's like you like controlling what you can hear, you know? The sound that you like being controlled by someone else, even if it's not intended to harm or anything, can get on your nerves. Like, I enjoy singing, but listening to other people sing is really hit or miss. And it's not anyone's fault, that's just my brain. Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub to Banjo. Mm. I'm the same way with music. Songs that I would be normally fine with hearing or listening to become unbearable when it's something that I cannot turn down or stop. Oh, yeah. Well, we do not make generalizations like that. Thank you, Myth. I don't like men at all, but that's a bit too much. Yes, that is. We do not discriminate based on gender. Masc, femme, cis, or trans, we do not discriminate. I get physically angry for some reason when I hear playbacks of my own voice. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That is an absolutely fair thing to do. A lot of it is because you're probably not used to hearing the sound of your voice, not through your own bones, like the ear bones, you know? There are bad eggs in all fields. Yes. Generalizing one gender to be evil is very dangerous because it ignores the harm that other genders can do as well, you know? Everyone is capable of great good and evil. It is not just one. That doesn't mean that statistically there are not certain things to be worried about, but we do not make generalizations like that. Myth, the only thing we do not tolerate is intolerance. Exactly. Also, hello, Jeff. Bone conduction. We're conducting bone science with anatomy, and oh boy, we're kind of struggling, but that's okay. This is part of the process. It's part of the process! Well, you recognize this doesn't mean patterns don't exist. Yep, exactly. What if... Maybe it's just that the eyelashes are missing. Maybe that's what my brain is like. Why do the eyes look off? It could be the emphasis on the eyelashes. Bone science? There's a very, like... I love the science of, like, how bone structures work. And, like, how our bones give our body information. It's fascinating. Modern medicine is a marvel, and I'm always fascinated to learn, but I know that I am not smart enough to be in the medical field. But I love hearing about the goings-on and the discoveries of the medical field. Maybe if I have the eyelash leaving the borders of the head. Big eyeliner. Big eyeliner. Jasper, I like hearing my voice when acoustics are nice. When I hear it recorded, my voice doesn't sound the same, so it's uncanny valley, and I immediately switch from defense mode to attack mode. Yeah, hearing your own voice can be especially difficult, but at the same time, the way to get over that is usually to listen to your voice more and learn how to speak in a way that you find pleasant and adjust. Now, granted, this can lead to a sense of dysphoria in both cis and trans people, because if your voice does not match the way you perceive it or you would like for it to be heard, it can absolutely make you feel self-conscious, cringe, irrationally angry. And that's okay. That is okay. A lot of it is sometimes it is the recording technology that you're using might not be crisp enough to really capture the depth of your voice. But sometimes it is just learning a way that others perceive you that you were not aware of, which can be very scary. Especially if it's a way that you do not perceive yourself. I think the eyeliner kind of helps. $168 Twitch thought I would forget, but I have not, and I never will. Oh man, I'm sorry the stream streak broke. Also, Bandit Games. Thank you for the resub. Happy 3 months. Been a bit. I'm finally in Italy. Nice! I don't like it as I thought I would so far. I'll see where it goes. Hope you're well and here's to many more months. Yeah! Even if it is not what you expected, this is a great time to, hear me out, lower your expectations and go, okay, this is not what I envisioned, but let's see what it is, you know? Accepting a trip and a place for what it is and less of what you wanted it to be. That can be a very liberating experience to just go be a little passive in your experience. Letting the environment shape your enjoyment in a way with a vacation. Instead of going, oh, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do this. Because it's not living up to your expectations, you know? Meta, I have work soon. I hope you have a good shift, Meta. Jeff, I'm gonna have breakfast and pass out again. Have a good sleep. Have a good sleep, Jeff. You take it easy. Little stretch. Hello, Beardly Bear. Welcome. I'm trying to think of how I can adjust this face. Maybe add a teethy smile. There we go. That looks a bit better. It's not quite fully there. The personality is a little bit off. But I think I can adjust that a little bit. Robin Ever looks cute in that smile. Thank you. Thank you very much. Got those shaky hand tremors? I hope you're okay, Firehawk. Do what you gotta to recover. And also, Johnny, thanks for the posture check and the hydrate. And B French, thanks for the breathe redeem. Jasper, I think with your personality, you were just gonna naturally lean towards speaking softly no matter what the reason. You have that kind of heart and therefore the vibes. Huh. Maybe. I wonder how much someone's personality affects their voice. I would imagine a lot, but I don't think it would be everything. You know? What in the world was that mini adjustment tool you used? Yeah, so in Clip Studio, there is something called the Liquify tool. The hotkey is J. Let me see if I can show it to y'all so you can see. This is why I keep my thing open. So this is called the Liquify tool. And basically you can kind of see it drags things. It's making things liquid, but I use it very small so that I can make minute adjustments. It's a way for me to slightly change the line art a little bit. A little posture check and a hydrate. Get that tea in me. Liquify tool is very fun. I try not to use it too much because if you use a raster layer like I do, it can distort the pixels a little bit. So it can make them, even just a little bit, it makes them a little less crisp. And that's okay. But it's just something to be aware of if you're trying to make things really sharp. Mods liquefy their eyebrow. Eyebrows liquefy. I can do the DreamWorks face. But yeah, that's a very fun little tool I like using. Don't know what's called then. Girlfriend's leaning towards low blood sugar, so I have to get a sugar too. Yeah, get some food in ya, hydrate. Always the classics. But yeah, just glad your girlfriend is monitoring ya. With Smolder. I want to make myself a little smaller on screen. There you go. We can see a little better. That's some little shark toofies. You like Dark Souls? Do you like Dark Souls? Worth noting that people liquefies versions 2.0 and later in Clip Studio. A 1.0 license won't let you get it. Yes. Liquefies in the later versions of Clip Studio. The sale just ended, so if you're wondering when it'll go on sale, probably in the fall. Because it goes on sale like 4 times a year. And it's usually at least 50% off. So it was like $23 this season. But yeah. We don't sell older licenses. They only sell the two most recent. Jasper. Personality affects how one uses their voice for sure. My voice can be very deep and booming when I'm in the right state of mind to use my voice that way. But normally, I'm so tired on a spiritual level that I sound like I've been chain smoking for years because I don't want to put any effort into speaking like a healthy human being. That's cool though. I would love to know how to use like a nice, cool, husky voice. But I don't really know how to use a husky voice. My voice is kind of in my throat, I guess. And I don't know how to make it go like deeper. Missed the Snaggletooth. The Snaggletooth was really fun. Hard to rig. Hard to rig, so I adjusted. Husky. Who has a husky voice? The first one that comes to mind for me is unfortunately Gal Gadot. But like, I'm trying to think of another one. Ooh, Charlize Theron, maybe? That one? Speak from the tooth and tighten a little, maybe even from your chest. Speak from the tooth. Oh, the throat. That's a sort of a different one. The only correct response is the husky, whereas oh whoa 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 oh whoa 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 whoa. Huskies are so silly. If you ever met a husky, you know how silly they are. Voice is currently super messed up because I've been sick for 3 days. Bonus, I can do my 90s movie trailer guy. Ooh, Don LaFontaine impression. In a world. They always used to start trailers like that, or at least I feel like they did. In a world where music is outlawed, one man with his guitar will change their lives. Something like that. Every trailer felt like it started like that for a while. Meta, off to work, have a lovely stream. Take it easy, Meta. You do what you gotta rest afterwards. And have a good shift, okay? Hello, weaponized. I've been good. I hope you've been doing alright. I'm just chilling, taking it easy. Trying to get this done. In a world where voiceovers run rampant. Yeah. Just got done with an architecture design competition submission, so now I can really enjoy the stream. Nice! We can just chill, Wobbles. Miss those days where the narrator for movie trailers, he'd always go, in a world, for whatever movie's about to preview for us. Yeah, it would always be, in a world. Not unlike our own, you know? It was fun-y. Let's do the... Scooch this over. Just asking because I'm interested in technical, not trying to be a butthole, but why is the tracking broken? So the tracking is broken for really just a bug right now. I can't quite figure it out fully. My tracking is almost correct, but you can't really see some eye changes. Like, I have my eyes closed right now, and you cannot tell. So that's the tricky part. So the tracking is just broken in that it's not tracking properly. Thankfully, the mouth seems to be okay right now. It's not the most accurate it usually is, but it's not bad. Something is up with the tracking, though. So after stream, I have to diagnose it. adjust it and make sure everything's working okay. That desync looked insane. Desync? I feel like I should apologize as I'm about to vacuum. You know, like anyone here can hear what I'm doing. That's funny. It's just like, don't worry, guys, I'm gonna vacuum. Don't worry. Thank you for warning us so no one get jump scared by the vacuum. I'm on lunch break, so I'm back. Welcome back, doppelganger. Model's becoming sentient and wishes to escape the computer. I want to break free. Wait, no, that's a really copyrighted song. Bum, 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 bum. Shh, honey. Looking into it, a husky voice is commonly a rougher, almost raspy voice. With those kind of voices, you want to put a bit more breath into it and definitely speaking more from the back of the throat to the soft palate. Best way I can describe it is put a little gravel in it. Like, imagine you're speaking past a bunch of gravel in your throat. Interesting. Doppelganger, how's your day? Not bad. I'm a little low energy right now because I'm kind of recovering from overexerting myself. But that's okay. We live, we laugh, we love, baby. Sometimes I forget that there was a movie called Eat, Pray, Love. Like, it's very, like, white woman journey-esque, you know? And I'm like, oh yeah. People actually think that's how you're supposed to, like, travel and enjoy the world. Do people think I'm being serious when I say that? There we go. Live, laugh, love. More like die, scream, hate. I'm entering my villain era. We can still live, laugh, and love as villains. We just like and love different things. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be turned. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like the outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight could be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Dang you, blood asp. You put a single lyric into my head and now I'm like, epic the musical. Alright, we can listen to a little epic after this. She could turn you to an animal that'll end up on her plate. She can all but make you fall in love like you're on your 100th date. She can conjure up a monster that'll drive you to the bone. She has all ways to haunt you when you take her on alone. My voice is not warmed up, but it could be fun. It could be fun. I'll recover on Sunday. The laugh part especially, villain arc should be filled with maniacal laughter. If you're not laughing as a villain, are you really villaining, you know? Or are you just torturing yourself? Wouldn't you like to test it? It only takes one lyric to get it going. Here's the thing, if y'all put a lyric in the chat and I know the lyric, I will sing it. That's just how my brain works. That is just how my brain works. When users use services like VPN, do streamers still get ad revenue? So no. How that usually works is if there is a sponsorship ad, for example, and you use the code that the streamer gives you, then the streamer gets a cut of the amount that you pay. That is how that works. If you continue to use it or use it with, I guess, without the code, then it no longer works. The streamer does not get kickbacks. Somebody once told me the world. The different directions, like somebody once told me somebody to love. What does the hand look like? Little wiggles I see. Wouldn't you? Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Take it easy, blood asp. I read it, Johnny, and then immediately went, time to rickroll. Time to rickroll. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run you and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. It's a good song. It's a good song. What if I don't feel like drawing the fingers at this perspective? That's what I get for rickrolling meta yesterday, I suppose. It's all coming back. It's all coming back, baby. This shoulder's a little too large. Excuse me. I absolutely drew on the wrong layer. That's not a... Honey, that's not clothes. There we go. Weird perspective. God bless the gobble fingies. Love the finger perspective. It's a little tricky, but I got it. I can get it. I like a good challenge. Never gonna say goodbye. Never tell a lie and hurt you. It's stuck now. It's lodged in my brain. My noodle. Stick to me. Stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. Falling free of a final parallel. Voice is not warmed up for Sleep Token. I'm gonna be so for real. The sweetest things are better. Oh yeah, there's Stand By Me. I know that song, but I don't recall how it goes. How can you make the Rickroll song not rage-inducing to hear? I'm glad. I'm glad. I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. New outfit almost looks like Wonder Woman costume. Yeah! I can see that. It's kind of this, what is it? 50s styled or 40s styled? So stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. Falling free of the final parallel. The sweetest things are bitter, but there's no one left to tell. Too young to get bitter over it all. Too old to retaliate like before. Too blessed to be called ungrateful, I know. So I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incision. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. Also, welcome on in, Raiders! Possum Raid! Welcome on in, Momo! How are you doing? How was your stream? Ooh, you were doing a special event. Ooh, okay. What was the special event, if you don't mind? Love this song by Sleep Token. I love this song by Sleep Token. It's my favorite. Genuinely, I think we might just listen to it in a second. Oh, celebrating your 1-year VTubing anniversary. Congratulations! Congrats on doing 1 year. That's impressive. Good job. I hope you had a fun time. Did you do anything special for it, or was it just like a nice chatting stream? Kind of like a trip down memory lane? Seeing where you survived 1 year exactly. You made it. You made the first year. Congratulations. You watched the VOD of my debut. I cried like a dart. Oh, that's so cute. Ah, that's so sweet. I definitely watched my I watched my debut, and it was very, very cringe and very good and very funny. Oh my gosh. Like, funny in that it was very cringe and also a little bit funny. I gotta give myself more credit. Sometimes I'm funny. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And honestly, crying like a dork is great. Crying like a dork is wonderful. I'm glad you got to look back at yourself and go like, that's me. That's me as a baby. Mine was kind of cringe because I still had the same smooth brain. Listen, it's not cringe. It's not cringe to be cringe. It's okay. We gotta free ourselves. We gotta free ourselves from this. Admit they didn't watch your debut this year? I mean, there's a lot of other stuff going on, so it makes sense. Yeah! At some point, we'll probably watch it again. We shall see. Remember that chat was like, wow, and Honey was like, yeah. Yeah. It was lovely to see the growth and all that I've accomplished, so I'm quite proud and happy to keep moving forward. Yeah! That is wonderful. I'm so glad you look back and go like, I'm proud of where I came from, you know? I'm proud to see how far I have come and see where I was. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid, Momo. I hope y'all had a lovely, lovely time going down memory lane. Today, we're just drawing a little pinup of myself. Here's the previous one. I'll show y'all the previous one. This one is fun. I did a real good job with this one. With the book cover one. Crackers in bed. It's a good one. But yeah, this one, I'm struggling a little bit with the anatomy, but that's okay. We're just working through it gently. The laying down one, extremely good. This one, working on it, but that's okay. Also, yeah, sorry, my model just tracking is a little off today. Something is up with my technology, so I'm gonna have to figure it out after stream. How are you feeling though? I know you weren't feeling well. Yeah, so I overexerted myself because I hadn't worked out in a month, and then I went straight into working out again. And I was stressed and tired, and so I strained my body pretty much. So I basically stayed up until 5 a.m. in pain and was like, I'm not gonna be able to stream on Fridays, so we're gonna rest. And so I rested, and now we're feeling a little bit better. My tongue hurts, but I feel like that's because I probably bit it in my sleep, but that's pretty normal. I need to apologize for the vibes. I know the feeling. Sometimes that just happens. And I did not realize that sometimes that just happens. Let's do a little sleep token. What if the tracking is tracking your suffering? Well, then it's just tracking accurately, isn't it? You're truly an interesting creature. Tongue ain't safe even in sleep. I wear a mouth guard to sleep. I wear a mouth guard to sleep, and I still manage to somehow hurt my tongue in my sleep. If you go a month without working out, you need to start slower and less intense to work yourself back up. So I have never taken a break for longer than a week. So I didn't know that I needed to go even easier than I already did. Now I have learned. Now I have learned. So I'm probably going to work out after stream to get back into it really gently. I'm going to go for a jog, probably. Retainer gang here. Yeah, I clenched my teeth in my sleep because of stress. So I have to wear a mouth guard. Ugh. McBoda Toilette, thank you for the hydrate and posture check. And his beautiful disaster. Disaster bisexual. At her worst. Let's go. Oh. Whew. A valuable learning experience, to be sure. Oh, indeed. I learned a lot, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I guess. But yeah, the tracking right now is not tracking my eyes properly. So my eyes are closed right now. but you cannot tell. So you can see the eye direction doesn't change. But when my eyes are open, I can look around. Also, my mouth tracking's a little off. So I gotta figure it out. Jedi, well, I'd love to say, I'm going to LegoCon. Enjoy yourself, Jedi. Find some good Star Wars stuff if you can. Enjoy looking at it. But have fun. I'm glad you're going somewhere. You're gonna have fun. And now you know. Quick question, honey. You seen the there's news of Atlas? One sec. It's like you're dangerous to me. I knew this every time we meet. Is there news? This album is so good. I love this song. LegoCon? Did I hear Star Wars? Man, are Star Wars kids breaking out? Star Wars is pretty fun. I like the Bad Batch. King in my sleep as if you're entering my dreams. Hunter, my beloved. I do like Hunter. I like... all the characters are good. I think his name is Wrecker. So my dad just got mad at me. You need a mouth guard. Omega is great. Omega is a nice little kid that wants to do her best. Is Alice getting an update though? But Eve Gently, this song is by Sleep Token. It's called Dangerous. How to find the title of the song in chat? Unfortunately, I am still setting up my music. I haven't found something that works, so we're just listening to my YouTube playlist. Or YouTube recommendeds, even. But yeah, feel free to ask what the song is, and I will be more than happy to tell you, because, like, I like my music, and I like sharing it. My brain is borked. I was about to ask, honey, why are you telling Jedi to look at her Star Wars stuff specifically? Pretty presumptuous to assume they like Star Wars specifically. Jedi quite often shares work of their like the Star Wars. I think they made a bunch of different ships, and so I think a droid before Lego models and shared them in the Discord, and I love seeing them. So I figured they would be really, really into Star Wars Legos. Exactly, Momo. Good music is always shared. But yeah, thank you again for the raid. If anyone would like to check out Momo, congratulate them on their 1-year VTubing anniversary. See what they're all about. They're very, very cool possum VTuber. Highly recommend. No worries, Banjo. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Don't sweat it. Sorry, I'm not drawing too much right now. My brain is trying to go, why does this not look correct? And I think it's because I made the arm too muscular. Come on, out from underneath who you are. Come on, know that. Did someone say muscular woman? This is not even that muscular. This is like toned at best, honestly. But I think I drew it so angular that it gives a strange feeling. It's not quite working the way I want it to. But that's okay. Honey Strong, that's okay. I am indeed, and that's good. Who here eats peanut butter and onion? Not the strangest combo I've heard, but I don't eat it personally. Okay, let's try this then. Where to fill this? Peanut butter and pickles? Peanut butter and pickles is actually pretty good. I think Mr. Man got me to try it at one point. It is good. And then it made me think of sort of like Thai food, because they do some pickled vegetables, I think, with peanuts on top, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense. I see what you mean with the arm. Yeah, right? It's sharper. Maybe it's also like this one is too small. No, it's too... It looks further out. Interesting. Eh. We'll roll with it. See what I can do with it. Left bicep too thick compared to the other? Maybe, yeah. Huh, okay. Come on, come on. A bit more like that. To emerge. Wrist angle being so extreme is the issue? It's part of it, but it's part of the reference. There we go. That looks a bit better. Also, Chromic, thank you for the resub. Happy 17 months. Hello. Yeah, Mr. Man's an old friend of mine. He doesn't stream, so... We love Mr. Man all the same. He's cringe, but that's okay. You gotta have cringe friends sometimes. I say that kindly and jokingly. Mr. Man does a stream. Your model's actually so quite very unique. Thank you. I made it myself. I'm glad you like it. It's a little broken right now, so sorry about that, but... Mr. Man keeps catching strays in every conversation he's a part of. Listen. We love the guy. And occasionally, we tease him a little bit. And that's okay, because we do it in a very loving way that does not hurt anyone's feelings. It's very tricky sometimes to tease other content creators, because sometimes people then think it's acceptable to make fun of them because their close friends have made fun of them in a acceptable way. So I feel like it's really hard to walk that line, you know? If you exchange the beach ball for a squish, Mr. Bitch. Oh, then I'd have to draw so many details, though. That's the catch. There we go. Occasionally? Occasionally. Occasionally. Oh, wrong one. Me on the inside wrist angle specifically, the outside wrist angle is spot on. Oh, the inside one. Maybe. It's hidden behind the head, though. Oh, but you know what? You might be right. Maybe that'd be better? Art's hard. Mr. Man's stream, but what do you do? Whoa. He just does, I guess. Oh, hand on the ball. Maybe? Maybe. Well, we're just gonna roll with it. There we go. Too swell to control. Take it easy, Bugbear. Time to unload your spoils. Let's say the wrist feels a little thin from that angle, but could just be personal preference. True. Let's do clothes. Let's see if it's just like a rendering issue. Sometimes there's like a moment in art where you're like, you just gotta trust the process and adjust later. This is one of those moments. The little cheeked up Mr. Man from the mall artist sticker in the Discord. It's a pretty good sticker, honestly. There we go. Title of this new song? This song is still Sleep Token, because we're listening to Sleep Token right now. It's called Higher. The thing that I like about Sleep Token is all their songs are like 3 to 5, sometimes 8, I think, minutes long. They are long songs. I miss long songs. Do you ever get a sense of deja vu in some moments in your life? Absolutely. Quite frequently. Yes. Do what you gotta do, Jasper. You sorry I don't have much to contribute besides asking the title of the song? Hey, no worries. That is all good. You don't have to contribute too much to if you don't want to, you know? If you're not feeling it, this is a place to just chill and enjoy yourself. Oh, song. Past Self is such a good song. Sound very good? Yeah, I really like them. They're quite nice. Also, Shatter, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. How's your stream? Alright, let's do shade and lighting. But welcome on in, Raiders. Let's see. Oh, you're making miniatures and models. Were you making one in particular? Is it like 40K? A mech? I only know a little bit of model making from Gabi, so not a whole lot. Building Gundams. Nice. Nice. When you build Gundams, are they already painted or do they come unpainted so you can paint them yourself? Because I've never really made one before. I'm easy. Don't know a whole lot about Gundams, but I think mechs are cool. Ah, okay. Alright. A little bit of both? Oh, okay. I think I'm pre-colored and spruced up, but I plan on painting them soon. Oh, okay, so they do come spruced up, but you're customizing it. Alright, interesting. Thank you for the raid, by the way. Welcome on in, raiders. My name is Honey. We're just listening to Sleep Token and drawing some pinup art. Here, I'll show you the earlier pinup art we had. This one is good. I really like this one. It's not fully done, but I like it. It's a real cool painting strat. It's gonna prime them and hand paint them. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, if you got a raid and run, absolutely no worries. Thank you for trusting me with your community. We are just chilling, doing a little bit of art today. I'm such a fan of this one. I like this one a lot. Like, a lot, a lot. I'll probably use it for something in the future. I'm very excited. This one's pretty good, but it's not... The proportions are a little off for this one. But that's okay. That's part of the learning process. Learning is hard, but it's important to do. Hey, Vlad, welcome in. Side by side together, are you gonna dance on the line with me? Is it a game or a fantasy? I don't even know who I used to be. Something's the same, something's had to change. I don't even know what I used to be. Something's the same, something's had to change. Oh, we got ads. So we're gonna have 3 minutes of ads. We're gonna get up, stretch, chill. I'm gonna keep doing this shading, but we're not gonna really, we're gonna be here when you get back. We're not gonna really go anywhere. So, y'all take it easy, alright? I will see y'all in 3 minutes. Thank you, Shadru. I'm glad you liked the art. But yeah, once again, that song was Past Self by Sleep Token. Yeah, sorry, Angry Green Boss. We only have so much control over the ads, unfortunately. Barring unforeseen circumstances, we should be here when you get back. Gotcha. Sorry, Galore. I'm gonna eat a cracker with peanut butter on it. Ooh, living deliciously. My Cohen's song by Taco Bell. Oh, Galar, you don't get ads? Nice. The expression is overkill. The little grin. I'm gonna eat a cracker with peanut butter. The sleep token. Hey, Kyoharu. Sleep token. Yeah, baby. We're just listening to Sleep Token right now. It's probably gonna listen to a bunch of their songs. Because I just like them. Hi, Dover. Welcome. Nom, nom, nom. Looks like I'm not getting ads. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Because the ads are done in about 45 seconds, so. Or how do you draw things like clear or certain shaped objects like a diamond? Oh, interesting. How do you draw things clear? So I'm using the select tool, and then underneath there's a little bucket where you can fill. And that's how I make the little quick diamond shapes, you know? It's a sleep tool. Or not a sleep tool, a fill tool. That's how I make sharper lines. Hello, Leon. Yeah, we're doing more pinups. Remove the illusion of folds with shading. Don't know if I did it well, but we're trying it. How's it gonna save? Yeah, good idea, Johnny. How would you do it if it wasn't digital? If it wasn't digital, you wanted to make a sharp triangle, you'd probably use a ruler or a piece of paper, just a straight edge to do that. It's like when you see painters put tape over the parts they don't want to paint. Smart use of shading? Yeah, we're gonna use it to add texture to this bathing suit. Alright, so let's give that a try. We're gonna make that a overlay layer. There we go. Very subtle, soft shading. We can also make it a hard light layer to make it a little less, a little stronger. Yeah. Painter's tape, yeah. Ocean, thank you for the breathe. It's good, thank you. We're gonna try using the lighting now. We unloaded and said and done we got 8-pound sledge, an old ball pen, a 15-pound anvil, and one giant drinking horn with a braided leather strap, a callow soprano ukulele, and one bottle of wood-fired cream soda. That sounds incredible, actually. Wood-fired cream soda. Huh. You gonna replace the ball with something else? I'm trying to come up with ideas. I'm thinking about it. We're gonna see how far I get into lighting and see how I like this so far. I didn't know you could wood fire. Exactly. I didn't know you could wood fire soda. The land was bounteous. 'Twas a good trip. Many a treasure found, I'm sure. Honestly, the drinking horn sounds neat. I got hiccups now. No! Phew. Top 5 music genres? Bardcore, folk. I like a very specific country, so that one's a little tough. But pop, genuinely, I like pop music. And orchestral. Dark country is good. See, there's a bunch of like specifications. Genre is kind of fake, but it's a good way to find more of what you like. So it's tricky when people are like, "Oh, what's your favorite genre?" And I'm like, "There's so many good ones." And there are elements that I enjoy of songs that defy their own genres, you know? Metal is good. I do like metal. Classical rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and pop. Nice. Midwest emo, but I hate the term Midwest emo because it's so limiting. That's the tricky part with art and putting it into a box. Like, a lot of the times people define visual art as like cartoony, anime, fantasy, realism, or Renaissance. There's not a whole lot outside of that, well, except abstract. But how do you define what genre of art? Is it the subject matter? Is it the line art style, the coloring style, the definition? There's so much in there that I don't really know how you would classify it. Could you goblins pretty? Thank you. Really a blacksmith if you don't lift your anvil for exercise. Careful of your back. Watch your back. Rayrek, thank you for the hydrate. And Jaded, thank you for the posture check. Oh. Excuse me. A little bit of sippies. Stoplight's not bad. Just have a little separation there. No, it looks better like this. I think this is pretty alright. Back with mochi ice cream balls. Ooh, mochi ice cream balls. That sounds good. This is not bad. I feel like it's good for a warm-up drawing. I'm very picky when it comes to most music, though it's definitely not the music my family listens to all the time. Ah. Sometimes that happens, where it's like the music you listen to the most is not your favorite. Just really get my hands on some glutinous rice flour. Ooh, glutinous rice flour. You can do a lot with it. Mostly make like little baked goods. I've become such a menace. You would eat so good, Myth. I feel like this is a good warm-up drawing. She said 3 hours into stream. Yeah, it's tough. I always feel like I'm very slow at art. It takes a while for me to get into something. Especially if, like, first, like, this piece does not look satisfactory in my mind, where it goes like, this does not look quite right. This looks off model. Something about it doesn't quite fit. Especially after I put lighting and shading and trying to understand the anatomy of it. I can see my brain going like, it's not having fun with this. And that's okay. Sometimes I just gotta chill and take it easy. Honey, disparaging yourself? Not allowed. Hello, Pestle. How's it going? Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Hello, Pestle. Jeez. Also, Fearlope, thank you for the resub. Happy 20 months. Hope everyone's doing well today. Always glad to have a chill art stream. Thank you. Yeah. I'm glad to have a chill art stream too. I kind of needed it after being a little bit sick. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. What do you mean a hype train started? What do you mean? It's level 5 already because of Pestle. You should know what happened. Thank you, Pestle. That's very kind of you. How many gift subs does that make today? Many. 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 I'm not apologize. You haven't done anything worth apologizing for. I'm gonna be so for real. You've done nothing wrong. That train was launched out the station. Jeez. Johnny, thank you for the 100 shinies. You know what? I'm gonna do a little fun sketch. While this hype train is going, let's do a little fun sketch. Again, this one also looks so good. I just love looking at it. This looks excellent. Johnny, thank you for the 100 shinies. Since we're here. Fun sketch. Fun little sketch. Mama, you've been waiting long. Call it a bullet train the way it's on time. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. I have tripped and dropped a bunch of shinies in the tip jar for Honey. Guess they belong to Gob now. Thank you very much. What's that band we were talking about? This is Sleep Token. One had 5 8-minute songs. I forgot to look it up. We're just listening to pure only Sleep Token for the next little while. These are all their songs. This one's good. This one's called Even in Arcadia. This one's a good one. Been waiting long for me. I'm shouting with my dad this morning while making crepes. He says that seeking improvement is innate to human nature. To deny seeking improvement is to deny growth and, in some ways, your own humanity. What if I drew myself in, like, the Sleep Token universe? Because there's a whole bunch of lore with Sleep Token, because I think they're a metal band? Where it's like they worship a god of sleep. Which is such an interesting concept. I love it. Have you been waiting long? Have you been waiting long? Decided to start foraging, but also it's 100 degrees out now. Yeah, no, we chill. But yeah, Johnny, they have a very cool lore. Take it for granted. Thank you for the 300 shinies. My cat said give shinies because she likes your singing. I mean, it's always flattering when someone's like, my pet likes looking at you, or my pet likes listening to you. I'm like, what do you mean? The purest of souls enjoy my company. Ah! So cute. Until they look like harmony. When the river runs dry and the curtain is closed, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't sit up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? My voice is shot. Like, not shot, but like it's not warmed up at all and it's sore, so I'm not pushing my voice. Apologies. So my singing is not going to be the best right now. Thank you, E, for the highlighted message. And also, B. Cribs, thank you for the earwiggles. And take it for granted. Or, sorry, 5 bandit games. Thank you for the 100 shinies. Why did the goblin bring a ladder? Because it wanted to reach new heights. To be fair, I also needed a ladder to reach new heights, too. Sometimes we need a little help. Calling Sleep Token a metal when they have such a chill vibe reminded me of a local band I saw once who had super chill and laid-back vibe. Heard them on Spotify before seeing them live, and the lead singer said something like, before we start playing, can y'all please tag as a metal band? For some reason, Spotify just tagged us as calming, and that's not our vibe at all. Then proceeded to play the most chill song I've ever heard in my life. That's funny. And the river runs dry and the curtain is cold. How will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't sit up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Blah. Max King, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very, very much. That's kind of you. Thank you. Want to learn metal vocals, but the strain on one's voice frightens me? Yeah, I want to learn metal vocals, but I have to be very careful if I do try. When it all acts like heaven, but it feels like hell. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't sit up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Just imagine a veil on. Can you imagine it would poke out because of the ears? Remember a lot of creators used to promote Displate. Oh, there's a lot of AI slop on it? Dang, that sucks. I don't know that game, but sucks when a video game uses AI. I like how Honey thinks her voice is not warmed up, doesn't sound good. Her not warmed up voice doesn't sound good. Here I sounded like a duck choking on sandpaper after I warmed up my voice. It's okay, everyone's voice sounds different. My unwarmed up voice is a lot lower and less flexible. Come over air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. Carabelle. My favorite. I love that's the emote, just a little praying. Honey, fun fact. When I was a kid in the 90s, the town my family and I lived in was basically owned and run by the mob. Oh! Huh. Okay. When we lived there, my mother learned her favorite lasagna recipe from a group of old Italian grandmas, so she learned how to cook from being taught by the mafia grannies. Huh. Well, I must have been a good recipe, honestly. Wear me out like Prada, devil in my details. I swear it's getting harder, even just to exhale. Backed up in the corner, bitter in the lens. I'm sick of trying to hide it every time I take a mind. So stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. Is it going good in the garden? Say I'm lost, but I beg no pardon. Knock on the Johnson, no on the cards. Love hearing mundane stories about the mafia. It always tickles my funny bones. There's something funny about it. It's like I think cognitive dissonance might be the word for it. I think it's the priest rose, but anything with the veil and all suits her. Thank you. Trying to hide in the limelight. I guess that's what I get for having 20/20 hindsight. Everybody wants size on them. I just want to hear you sing that subline. Then I understand. But I'm still glad you came, so let me see those hands. To me, stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. Falling free of sweetest dreams are bitter, but there's no one left to tell. Too young to get bitter over it all. Too old to retaliate like before. Too blessed to be caught ungrateful and all. So I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. The veil hanging from the ears is both a really good touch and a silly in the best way. Yeah, it's kind of neat, huh? It just hangs off the ears. My mother taught classes and helped out at college. She had a student from Russia who was wealthy, like suspiciously wealthy. He gifted our family sets of nesting dolls that are probably worth a bit. Dang. That's... Huh. What an interesting world we live in. Terrified to answer my own front door. Goblina today? Yeah, sleep token. Sleep token vibes. Trying to get this perspective right. So I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. Worked alongside a guy who arranged flowers for mafia weddings and funerals in New York. Norman was wild. Dang. That's... Huh. I guess they do need flowers, huh? Let's stream for another 15-ish, and then we'll call it a stream. So I'm starting to get hungry. It is past my lunchtime. B-Grips, thank you for the ear wiggles, by the way. I think I did that, but I forgot. What's your favorite process of drawing? Probably the roughs. The rough sketches is really fun because it's when the idea doesn't have to be clean or polished. It just has to exist. And I like that. What's it? I got both my nose. What? Apologies. Fuck up, gay. Women so pretty. Women pretty. Yep. Oh, don't worry. We're aware of women, how pretty women are here. It's pretty neat. Listen, you're talking to a bisexual disaster. I love the lads and the lasses. They're pretty cool. Gentle smile. Learn something new every day. Indeed. Indeed we do. Interesting. I've never seen love color and shading. Oh, interesting. We love women. Heading out now. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy, Nova. I'll catch you later, alright? One of my high school friends has 16K gold-plated jade grip. 1911. It's more of a work of art than a gun. I don't understand how the jade engraving held up being properly attached to the grip. I know very little about firearms. I'll be so for real. And that is okay. But the art of firearms is always very interesting to me. Like, firearms in terms of like marksmanship and accuracy is fascinating to me. As a sport, I always find it very interesting. Even though I am quite afraid of them. Jade won't survive the firing of the weapon, probably. Oh. It's a nice gun, I'll give you that to you, but the engraving gives it no tactical advantage whatsoever, but it looks cool. It looks cool. The head is tilted back, the hair has to also tilt. Hair is affected by gravity. Little bit of singing. Gonna dip out. Thanks for the stream, honey. No worries, Sable. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna wrap up stream in about 10-ish minutes anyways, so. Honey, if you would use a firearm, you would be flying back from the recoil. Oh, most likely. With my skinny little wrists and small frame, I would be blown back, no doubt. I am not skilled with weaponry in any way. Which is why I prefer the hammer. Or a spear. It makes sense. Let's see. Electromag's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not the biggest fan of guns, honestly. Prefer weapons that can be used both offensively and defensively. Trying to draw a veil. Well, the art of armor and swords. I do find swords and armor very cool. I think my favorite weapon to study is probably... I do like to look at long swords, but I find that studying armor is more fascinating to me. The things I find really fascinating are like old-fashioned machinery. Like understanding how people used to do things in the past is fascinating to me. Swords are cooler than guns in my book, plus arrows deal more damage. Bows are very fascinating. I find them really cool. Those are hard to draw, dang. Except for my D-guard Bowie to arrive. I'm gonna tuck it into my arrow stash while I practice archery. Ooh. A Bowie? I think the song Honey singing in that sketch is I want candy. Gimme. Gimme the snacks. Man, I like metal. It's fun. Get you later, Banjo. Doom Eternal does have good music. I'll give that. Like a sword, you can use it to block, to grab, and disarm your opponents. Ah. Okay, interesting myth. That makes sense. You like the versatility of other weapons versus a gun. Makes sense. We send a petition for FromSoft to add Goblin Firekeeper to Dark Souls 4. Could be fun. Could be neat. Ugh. Yeah, perspective doesn't look right here. I think I could feel the hunger hitting me. I guess I know myself. Very smug looking. Yeah, I can feel my focus waning, unfortunately. Alrighty, that's pretty good. Oh, honey, so arrive the high ground. You have the high ground, and I haven't had lunch. I'm hungry. That's okay, going for almost 4 hours, I'd say, is enough? Yeah, it's almost 4 hours. I think that's plenty of good work for the day. Are you smug, honey? I can just look smug. That's what smug me looks like. I would say the most smug is probably this one. This is probably the best one for smug. It's a good art piece. It's a good one. Just look at this. Very nice. Very good. Something I love about anthropology is how it soundly disproves the notion that human nature is based on selfishness and cruelty. We can even be said to have nature. It would be One based on kindness and empathy. Literally, before we were human, we were kind to one another. Humans would not have survived this long if we were not kind. If we were not kind to each other, it would not have worked. Alrighty. Oh, I think we can call that a stream. I can feel my brain going like, I want to eat. Hungry. Anyway, go have lunch. Thank you for streaming. Yeah, I'm gonna go have lunch. Let's see who's streaming. Ooh, okay. To the end. Oh, come on, come on. Ooh, okay. There's a couple places we can visit. Good. Come on, come on. You know that it's time to win. Let's see. Thank you for the art and stream. No worries. I'm gonna have a lunch. Let's go visit. Perfect. Let's go visit Girl DM. Right now she's playing Final Fantasy 14 online. They're playing Endwalker Alliance raids. Apparently you can join, so that sounds interesting to me. Honey's voice is angelic. Thank you. I am excited to rest my voice because it is getting quite sore. So, let's go say hi to Girl DM. Let's see. What's a good raid message? Spoilers for Endwalker? Yes. Spoilers for Endwalker if you do not want them. Just a heads up. You have been warned. Girl DM is playing Endwalker right now, so we're gonna go visit her. Rest or else. Gotcha, Pestle. Gotcha. Honestly, doodlin' I think is a good one. Doodlin'. Doodlin'. These are good pinups. I'm very happy with these pinups. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. Thank you once again for streaming, honey. It's always been a pleasure to hang out with you and watch you make beautiful, beautiful art. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Also, take it easy on yourself. Don't make me go over there and swap out your lotions with me. That sounds horrid. That sounds horrid. I will seek rest, for sure. The good vibes are coming, honey. You can't stop them. Thank you, Pestle. I am excited for them. I will see y'all on Monday at 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST. And we've only got a couple more weeks until I gotta go, so make sure y'all take care of yourself, alright? Be good. See you soon. So sorry. See you in a bit.